Okay, tonight is September 8th, and we're here in Michigan. Great place. And tonight's topic is Me Too is not We Too. So, the intention is to talk about how it got started, uh, how it's affected people, especially men, and what it's done up to now. As a lot of people know, or maybe some didn't know, got started for real in October last year. And it came to the news with Rose McGowan and Asia Argento accusing Harvey Weinstein of sexual assault. Um, Apparently, this was something that had been in the mix and part of the women's movement from last year. But also, um, the Me Too movement was actually part of what women had been carrying on for some time called the Whisper Network, where in it, women would trade messages, information, and chatter about primarily men uh, that had misbehaved, humiliated them, um, harassed, or even assaulted them, supposedly. Now, the basis, a lot of this Whisper Network was based on gossip, observation, secondhand information. Uh, some of it was delivered in, you know, in an emotional state, and I'm sure there was a percentage that was based on an incident that happened. But after the Harvey Weinstein revelation and accusations, it seemed to spread like wildfire, as I'm sure most people know. And especially if you're a man, it's affected your relationships or how you conduct yourself with women. And over the transcourse of 10 months or so, there's been a lot of men that have met their demise based on accusations, revelations, um, and um, tweets that's indicated that they have harassed or assaulted, or at least been accused of doing that. So, some of the prominent men, of course, Matt Lauer, Charlie Rose, of course, Harvey Weinstein, and there's a number of other ones. Um, and what has happened is that's put a chill in relations with men and women. I know, uh, for instance, at work, the um, tempo of training and emphasis on sexual harassment has certainly increased, and the scrutiny has been um, more uh, critical than before. And with that, some men have decided not to conduct at risk encounters with women, which would be um, not being able to prove what happened during the date or a one nighter, social event, without witnesses, or in some cases, without a video or camera recording something that would prove or could stand up in the court of public opinion or even in the court itself. So there's been a lot of consternation, uh, misinformation, and men especially getting concerned and upset about something they say can be misunderstood, a hug can be taken wrong, and there's a lot of distrust out there, which is an unfortunate consequence of all this. And again, uh, many of the tweets that are out there on Twitter are based on women's recollection of what happened. I mean, some of this can be 20 years, 30 years. There's almost no limit because there's no requirement for proof. I mean, you can just say, yeah, this happened, and after 20 years, your perception or your story gets a little bigger, a little grander. And it's almost like sitting on a campfire, right? It's like, hey, I got a story too. Me too. Hey, this guy, we were got dating, and then we split up, and so on and so on. What seemed like an innocent date at the time, now when they talk about it, reflect on it, suddenly it becomes a lot more sinister. I don't know what he meant to do. We have to get beyond that. That's not what we should believe or what we need to decide somebody's future about. Because a lot of these men that get fired, they're affected in their family life, relations with their friends. They get ostracized. They get, loss of income. And they get stigmatized for years. So they really, in any of these sorts of stories, there should be a due process involved. I understand now with a pending court decision that they've decided that universities must allow accused of sexual harassment or misconduct cases, that they must allow them to cross-examine the accuser, which is quite an impact on college campuses. So that there would seem to be an element of fairness involved in that. So, of course, last month, the interesting thing was one of the primary leaders in the Me Too movement, Asia Argento, was found out to have molested a young man who was underage at the time. And even Rose McGowan's boyfriend apparently outed her and revealed an email where she admitted that it happened, but she didn't realize he was underage. However, the effect of that is to shed light on the fact that, oh surprise, some of these stories aren't true. And by the way, some of the perpetrators are women. So you can't believe everything that is out there on Twitter, that is on the news, that is an unproven story about how a man accosted this particular woman who was telling the story, and she was automatically to be believed. Thank goodness there is some enlightenment that says, oh, maybe we need to find out the facts. That would help. Now, I guess in reflection on the flip side, if you look at the effect of the Me Too, besides already mentioned, impact as far as men's difficulty in, trusting in a relationship with a woman again, or reassessing that, is to have men decide, what's really valuable in life. Is it really trying to find a mate? Is it really trying to uh, go out with a beautiful woman or somebody that's you're attracted to or someone that you uh, feel as though is your mate? You know, so um, there is maybe that element of reassessing values, and not to mention the beautiful women, and uh, that uh, beautiful package, the dress, the hairdo, and pizzazz, panache of the woman, the electric vibe when she comes into the room. Is do you really just take all that in for what it looks like? Or do you back up and say, "No, wait a second here, I need to really see it for what it is"? So, what's your priorities? Do you determine, hey, my career is important, and I'll put, trying to find a soulmate here on the back burner until things kind of clear up? Or is family important? Friends? Adventure, travel? I mean, what's really matters? The most important thing. So I think, men need to realize that what you see and what you think you're getting is not what you really get these days. Because there is a difference in valuation, what women think they're worth, and, what's being revealed to men as to their worth and the risk involved. So, interesting topic. And if there are those that have an opinion, that'd be great. I am on Twitter under DELMORD. Okay, that's all for tonight. Bye.